of their head coach. These guys certainly gave that Irish crowd something to celebrate last week, getting the win in Dublin. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. I'm Kate Scotty with Brock Heward and Will Reichert on for the kick. And we're off on EA Sports. Here's a return from the 7. A reverse on the opening kickoff. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
A 400-plus-yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Hall. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's going to bring up first down. Here's Hall once more. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
We give on 2nd to Hall. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On first down, here comes Hall. Breaks the tackle. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And that gives him the first.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That first down throw is going to wind up incomplete. Defender in the area making a nice play on the football. Now it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's caught by Wilson. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He takes off with it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Shamrocks finish up an excellent opening series. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Shamrocks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
One loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard
From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. Now this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
brings up 3rd and 1.
A give to Sampson here up the middle. A disappointing way to begin this one as he is stopped for no gain. And 3 plays in, Brock. They're already facing 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
1st down and 10.
We go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He's got it inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Shamrocks take a 13-0 lead. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Shamrocks drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10.
The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. And off to Sampson. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off play action, it's McCarthy. Finds his fullback. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Our score, 14-0. We'll get you back to Mile High after this.
Let's go now.
The handoff here to Sampson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throwing this one back at the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Running it after the penalty. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Shamrocks will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They give to Hall on the draw. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Now looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We've got a flag down. Think this might be a hold, partner. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. It'll work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. Completed over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that means 1st down.
At the 50-yard line.
Here's a throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his play's really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're throwing it. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Challenges, double coverage, and it's intercepted! Talanoa Hufanga makes the play.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First and 10.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. The Shamrocks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. They start the drive with Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going deep! Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Shamrocks have their punt team out there now.
In punt formation.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Denver set to take the field on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
McCarthy to throw it. On the screen, this is Sampson. We'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
On play action now, McCarthy. The left side caught by Bryant. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Shamrocks and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season.
That's good for a Dublin 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Shamrocks.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the ball. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be up.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he is in. Touchdown. The Shamrocks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. PAT effort coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Shamrocks stretch their lead to 21. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got Bryant. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. We've set it downs from 37.
Broncos 1st down.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. All the left side. He takes this up to around the 46, and that's going to leave him a yard at most from that marker on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it. Complete to Bryant. And they make the tackle at the 38. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to the air. McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Now McCarthy. Brought in right side. He works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
First down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it looks like the defense has it. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
Yeah, couldn't say it better myself.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
trip around the NFL starts now. We begin with a good battle in the AFC East. All right, Kate, thanks very much. Lots to get to from a jam-packed Sunday of football. Let's get right into it. And this is Trevion Henderson. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Patriots come away with the victory as they get back to 500, standing 6-6. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the
story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the 3rd quarter. Starting from the 5. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
15 at the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
Now it's McCarthy. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Punt team on the field. And they can really use a good one here.
It's 4th down.
And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The Shamrocks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. And he got what he could there, calling about 4 yards on 1st down. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those...
And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Shamrocks push their lead further to start the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Brings in the kick at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos offense all set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. He'll step up, and there he goes. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We find Sampson out of the backfield. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Here comes Sampson. And he has this down to the 34. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
15 yards on the play. That's another Broncos first down.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Brings up third down and 13.
Let's go now. 19.
Third and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 55-yard.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5. Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
A give left side for Hall. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
It's second down.
I'll throw it. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's got his man. Touchdown. The Shamrocks blowing them out now. 34-zip. That one right down the middle. And the Shamrocks continue piling onto this lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Has room into the secondary, and he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! The Shamrocks lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Brees Hall with the touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Shamrocks grow their lead yet again. Following a touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
60.
So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Broncos football as we near the end of what has been a largely one-sided game. We've set it down from 37. So in Reed, they'll give it to Simpson. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
6.
McCarthy throwing here. Finds Mims. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense is set. First and 10.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10.
Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
It's now second and 19 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. McCarthy to throw it. And once complete, it's Brian outright. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Offense to the line. Here we go.
Let's go.
They'll go right side with Hall. Fights his way through a tackle. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 15-yard line.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. Jukes away from one. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They strike for 23 yards. And that is good for a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Brings up second and
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's Hall once more. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Hall. Clock on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw here. Finds a seam down the middle. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. The catch is made near the edge. Looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rolling left, buying some time. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Shamrocks about to move to 12-0 on the season. Broncos going nickel here, 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 take over.
Chased out to his right. It's not like you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Shamrocks throwing 6 more on the blowout. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot secondary coming up.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Another throw here for McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Drive getting it to Cortland Sutton. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Going deep here for the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And they get to him and hold him down. What a play. Forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's going deep this time. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. The Shamrocks continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Shamrocks continue adding on to that lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, one more snap to play here. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Shamrocks, as we'll see you next time from Denver.